midlife crisis looks like. My midlife crisis, or yours, or somebody you know. This video, I wanted to cover midlife crisis signs, symptoms, and warnings. I'm probably going to break this down into like 2 or 3 parts. So midlife crisis signs, midlife crisis warnings, midlife crisis symptoms. So basically it all comes down to midlife crisis symptoms, I think. So the reason I wanted to do this video is because it seems like a lot of people believe that when someone is going through a midlife crisis, they're having a great time, like this is the time of their life or something, just a whole lot of fun. The reality of that, however, is that if somebody hits a midlife crisis and they're going through a midlife crisis, they're actually suffering, especially inside. They're suffering. It's not a joyride at all. When you come to embrace your midlife crisis because you understand and realize you're not going to leave it, it's not going to just go away, and then you finally embrace your midlife crisis and begin to do things that are true to the new you, that's when you start to come out of the misery. So I figured I would do a video on, midlife crisis symptoms, signs, warnings. But I'm going to start out with the feelings, hoping that when I start out with the feelings that people in a midlife crisis go through, that it should be easy for you to see that it's not a great time. It's actually kind of suffering. So to begin with, a person in a midlife crisis, they experience feelings of sadness, hopelessness, loss, empty or flat. They might feel flat. That was me. I felt just very flat. Like my emotions were there, but I couldn't feel them, if that makes any sense. Feeling detached is another thing that people in midlife crisis suffer through. Because when you're feeling detached, you're actually feeling detached from everything. So like when you go through life and you have all these attachments to your spouse, to your children, to your friends, your family, these various different people or activities that you enjoy doing, hobbies, you feel attached to things, connected to things, and herein, you might be able to say this is where you experience life or joy. And when you become detached, where's the joy? It's like standing on the outside looking in and feeling nothing at all about it. That's not fun. I was lost. I was afraid that I was going to be detached forever, for the rest of my life. Another feeling is that feeling tied down with no chance for change, or like you're stuck in a rut. It's the same thing day in and day out, week in and week out, year in, year out. Nothing ever changes. It's always the same thing. So why get up and do it? You just feel lost, especially when you are having these other feelings that come with midlife crisis, and that's feeling bored with things that once excited you or made you happy or gave you joy. Like hobbies that you once enjoyed, you don't care about anymore. Activities you used to love doing, you don't care about anymore. People you enjoyed spending your time around, now you just want to be alone. Which brings us to another midlife crisis symptom, which is isolating. People in midlife crisis, they tend to spend much more time alone. And this causes a problem in relationships, because especially like romantic type relationships, because a lot of people take that personally and they don't believe you're spending this much time alone. Like, well, where am I? What am I doing? No, really, I am. I'm alone. I would spend weeks at a time without leaving my house and not inviting anyone over, just all alone by myself, and that was perfectly fine with me because I didn't have a desire to be around anyone. I didn't have a desire, period. So there's that feeling bored with life. When you feel bored with life, this is really confusing. Why wake up? Why get out of bed? Why do anything when nothing brings you any kind of joy? or happiness. Another thing that people in midlife crisis tend to go through is like feeling anger or enraged over little things, like tiny things even. You put the milk on the wrong side of the shelf of the refrigerator, you know. And I think where that comes from, that the anger and the rage, is because we already have no quality of life, no enjoyment in life at all, and things are changing and shifting in us, and typically so rapidly, and we're confused and we don't know what's going on. We're trying to figure things out, and man, your head is a jumbled mess. Maybe that's why. So that's it for this video. So click like, throw comments in the comments section below, click share the video, click subscribe, follow me along on this midlife crisis journey, and let's see if we survive.